everybody, this is Katie. Today I am 8 weeks pregnant until proven otherwise. I am getting pretty anxious to hear a heartbeat and know that there is really a baby in there. 8 weeks feels good. It feels like, I don't know why, but the even numbers always seem like a big deal to me. So I feel like it's somewhat of a little milestone. I don't know. This has been otherwise a really rough week, just for our family. We got some kind of bad news. Well, we got a lot of bad news regarding a family member's health has sort of taken a turn for the worse. And then on top of that, there is all this uncertainty with Mike's job because of the sequester. Mike works for a nonprofit that receives federal funds. So because the federal government has made these like massive cutbacks in funding to all sorts of services, including the type of services that, this organization provides that are really essential, I believe. Obviously, we believe that. But there are just going to be some really big, hard changes coming. There are layoffs. We don't know if Mike is going to be laid off, but that's a possibility. Even if he isn't, there are going to be major cutbacks in the amount that the organization contributes to the healthcare, and we're not going to be able to do it. So it's just, there's been so much stress here. We've just been so worried, trying to take it day by day and just, see what comes, trying to count our blessings. We have our health, we have a strong marriage, and we're pretty creative people, and we're open to many possibilities, open to all sorts of opportunities and stuff. So I know that we'll work it out, but it's just not what we want to hear at this point in time. I had actually been thinking that with things the way they were, that when this baby came in October, that I would actually leave my job. I work part-time, just 2 mornings a week. And rather than having 2 children in daycare, or I guess I just don't feel comfortable having like a newborn and any sort of care away from me. So I do plan to take, leave, but I was thinking that I would just leave my job altogether and maybe just maintain a little bit of a relationship and have some work from home. Anyway, at this point, all things are on the table, so I could even be looking at having to work full-time. We could end up moving this year, so this is just, it's a definite game changer. We'll see how it all plays out. It's hard not to get ahead of yourself, but it's been pretty hard to, to take this news. Other than that, this week, as you can probably tell, I have a cold that's turned into a sinus infection, as they always do for me. So I feel like I have a brick on my forehead. Just feels really crappy. And I've had like a tiny bit of fever and just all that kind of, discomfort that comes with that kind of thing. Still had a little bit of nausea on and off. Other than that, I had 1 nosebleed, which I know is sometimes pregnancy related. I did definitely have more nosebleeds when I was pregnant with Alice. Still having food aversions to most things. I have no appetite for oatmeal. That used to be like my breakfast standby. And it's so bland, like it's such a mild food. Also pasta, like just nothing, no carbs appeal to me, really at all. The only things that sound good are fruits, just fruit, and eggs. Just like a really kind of like clean, pure protein. I know vegans will disagree with me, but to me it feels like a clean protein, to some degree. So, and fruit, I am eating my whole grapefruit a day, just like I did with Alice, and I'm loving it. Clementines, pineapple, I've been eating whole bowls full of just frozen blueberries, just straight with a spoon. Delicious. Also, I haven't really been drinking coffee for quite some time, but I brew it every morning for Mike, and I like to have just like a little sip when it's hot, and that's pretty much it. But this week I've not wanted to touch that at all either. The other thing is that I feel like my pants are getting tighter. I know that you sort of gain baby weight faster with the second child, and I definitely feel that coming on. My go-to jeans are uncomfortable for me now to, if they're buttoned all the way, it's uncomfortable for me to sit down and stuff. A couple of my work outfits this week just didn't feel right. So I will show you and see what you think. I don't really feel like there's any difference so far, but I think I'm just, bloated, or just maybe I've gained a few more pounds, something like that. Coming up in the next couple of weeks, things are going to be kind of hectic, but should be good. We are having 2 sets of visitors. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law are coming this weekend, and we are going to sort of like a nearby sort of arts town. That should be fun. We've got some other travel planned after Easter. We've got a little bit of Easter stuff that we're going to do with Alice. We're also getting our house painted, hopefully while we're out of town mostly, but things will be kind of crazy, just, cleaning up the space and getting ready for that. I know the next couple of weeks are just going to absolutely fly by, and pretty soon it'll be my midwife appointment, and then pretty soon after that we'll be in the 2nd trimester, fingers crossed. So I will show you my pudge, or whatever. I don't know, this probably isn't, let's see. This isn't going to be the best place for it, but it probably looks like nothing to you, but this is a bit more of a bulge than I guess I usually have. Yep. And like I said, I've really noticed it with my clothes. So, still nothing really much to speak of, but for me it's different. The best thing that happened this past week, luckily there are always highlights to come with the, the low points. The best thing for us this past week was that we were kind of like, as a family, just hanging out on the couch, and Alice was wanting to jump on my lap, jump on my stomach and stuff, and I told her, don't jump on my stomach because there's a baby in there. And she just didn't even bat an eye. She pointed at my stomach and goes, "Oh, baby?" Like, it didn't faze her, she just completely accepted it without any kind of pause. And I guess that's because Mike told me later that he's been talking with her and kind of showing her pictures in like magazines of pregnant women and explaining that there's a baby in there and that's what that means. And she's really like psyched about it. She thinks that's really neat. And I just felt sharing that moment was kind of like her first like real like big sister moment where we talked about it directly, and I feel like she maybe had like a little inkling of, what that's going to mean, or that there will be a baby here with us. So yeah, Alice is a big sister. Pretty cool. Alice, you want to say bye-bye? No. Okay. All right, that's it for me this week. I hope everybody out there is doing well, and I'll see you soon.